Do you all remember what we learned about in yesterday's lesson?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yesterday was a difficult day. We all remembered that Jesus died crucified on a cross. And, of course, you and I can only imagine how the people there who loved him were feeling. Well, they were all very sad. And not only were they sad, they were also terribly ashamed of themselves. Because when Jesus needed to be with more friends and have their support and be shown their love, it turns out they abandoned him. And he was left with only his mother, Mary, and a group of other brave women, and only one of his friends, who was named John, who stayed there with Jesus. The others, they all deserted him and left. And do any of you know why they left?
No.
Why did they?
Why?
Well, because they were...
Come on.
Tell
well,
us.
it's kind of a bad word. I don't know if I should say it.
Tell us,
please.
How were they?
Well, okay, I'll say it, but don't tell anyone I said that word to you, okay?
Tell us,
please.
They all had really bad diarrhea. At times when we're afraid, our body has a reaction. We start aching. We start to sweat a lot. Sometimes even hair falls out from fear. And then, of course, at other times, well, our stomach, reacts and we're...
diarrhea.
Well, I didn't want to say that word again. You said it. And that fear that Jesus' friends had was why they had already abandoned him. Because they were so afraid that the same fate would happen to them. And they went everywhere with this. Because they were all...
They had diarrhea.
I was going to say scared, but you guys just had to say that word again. The reason they were so afraid was because they didn't remember what Jesus had told them when he was with them. I'm going to die, but you must not worry, because I will rise from the dead just 3 days later. And guys, let me say, that news is the best news of the year. What am I saying? That is actually the best news of our lives, that Jesus has risen from the dead, and that he is alive today and always, with all his power, with all his love for us, and that he continues to love us and continues to serve us, and he is with us every day of our lives. And this is not just a nice, happy story. It's not a story that someone somewhere made up. No. Jesus' own friends who lived with him, the same ones who were full of
Diarrhea.
So, do you guys all think they were frightened? Because they saw Jesus alive. They talked with him and they ate with him. They ate fried fish for dinner. They went fishing with Jesus in their boats, and they were eventually so happy that they stopped going everywhere with this. And they told everyone, he has risen from the dead, that he is alive, that I have seen him with my own eyes. And so, for 40 days, Jesus appeared to his friends alive. He also appeared to more than 500 people. And what do you think he told them?
I don't
What
know.
do you say?
Do you
What?
think that he announced to everyone that he was going to get revenge on those who had treated him badly?
No?
No.
No, of course he didn't. Do you think when he saw his friends he scolded them for abandoning him like that?
No, he didn't.
And neither did he reprimand them. But he did say to them, do not be unbelievers.
What's that?
Huh?
What?
An unbeliever is a person who doesn't believe in Jesus. Jesus said to them, believe in me and be filled with joy. I will always be with you every day of your lives until the end of the world. And while he was still with them, he also gave them a mission, an adventure. Do you also like adventures?
Yeah, I do. Exciting.
Well, guys, this is the biggest and most wonderful adventure that we can ever have.
It is?
Really?
Jesus said to them, go to the whole world and announce the good news to everyone. I want you to teach others how to put into practice everything I have taught you. Come on, don't just stand there watching me. Have courage, have courage. If you believe in me, you will see far greater miracles being performed than those miracles you have seen me do. And so all the people who talked with Jesus found that their hearts were overflowing with joy. They said that their hearts were burning. There was so much happiness within them. And also, do you know what happened then?
What happened?
They all stopped using so much of this stuff here.
How did they clean themselves?
Well, I mean, yeah, they did use it, of course, but not because of fear anymore. Actually, their fear went away completely.
Wow.
Completely?
And after 40 days had passed, one day Jesus said to them, dear friends, the time has come for me to go to heaven. They became a little sad. They didn't want Jesus to go anywhere, but he said, don't worry. Because from heaven, I will ask God, the Father, to send you the Holy Spirit, and he will come upon you. But the Holy Spirit will live inside you, and He will remind you of everything I have ever taught you. Be happy and content.
Yay!
So guys, that's going to be your task for today.
What is it?
We're going to talk to Jesus through the practice of entering our secret room that we already have learned about. And we say to Him, Jesus, please, will you send me the Holy Spirit? And ask Him to remind me of everything you have taught us by your example. And ask Him to take away all the fears that I have, as well as all my sadness. Thank you.